let's do an update here on the decal work on Atlantis. So let's see what we got. We've made some progress. Actually, it's coming along pretty nicely. As you can see, most of the decals are on for the tile decals. I got all the back stuff done. I made my own decals for the tiles here. It was the Advanced Flexible Surface Reusable Insulation. This area with the little grid. And I think that looks nice next to the painted area. I use parts of the Lake County for this. I didn't use the solid parts for the inside, but I modified their edge on the elevons here. I made my own pattern, which is going to look something like this, just mostly solid black for the covers. They're sitting here, they are, ready to go at some point. I'll have to try to get everything else on because they go over stuff. I made my own for that because nobody had the right size black ones. I've got the side blankets on, and on this side, as you can see, I've got the US decals from Real Space Models. Set of the warning placards. I forget where I found those. Somebody else's. The Real Space has them. They're a little brighter color. I want these lighter ones. Use them up. I need to do this side next. What else? I patched up all the bottom and all the leading edges with black tile. So that's all done. I put the decals on the back engine surface. Nobody had decals for the inside of the APS pod, so I just used some spare scraps to cover those parts. I made round decal dots for the RCS thrusters because that's too hard to paint consistently and still have them be round. So those are decals. I got the photo etch umbilicals as we saw previously. So it's coming along pretty nicely. The next thing is to be the wing markings, and if you look at some pictures, you notice the size of the NASA and Atlantis logo doesn't match anybody's decal set. If you notice, the start of the NASA extends past the white into the tan, and the top of it is in the second tile, and it goes to the bottom of the third tile in this row of 4. So let's look at what you get from Real Space. I scaled on my graphics software scans down to that size. But if you look, this is the Real Space decal, and it's larger. You know, if you put it here against those two tiles, it goes too far. And actually, I can't get these proportions right. Let's see. We want this edge to be actually somewhere to hit in here. But then if I make it stretch it too wide, it gets too tall. So that's a compromise. But this seems a little too tall. So I'm making my own. Same thing with Atlantis. It seems too big. So what I did is I made my own graphic software, including the flag. The flags, they're not the right size either. I just didn't like them. So that's not that hard. So I have flag patterns, so I scaled it to that size, made a few of those, and made a couple of, always make spares of the lettering. This is printed on white paper, so the white part becomes opaque. This is printed on clear decal paper. I let the ink dry for a couple hours, and I'll overcoat it with micro scale decal sealer. Let it dry. It says 10 minutes. I usually give it an hour, and I'll be ready to go. So we're getting close. And then the whole thing will get an overcoat. Oh, I also, see this piece of tape on here? The doors, I haven't even started the doors. This is just bare plastic. The doors will, you know, they're going to be glued right to the side of the fuselage, like the other orbiter. So what I did is I scraped off all the paint, and since this is going to get a flat coat, I don't put any decals or paint there, and so I get a good glue bond when I finally glue this on here down the road. So get all the decals done, give us a nice flat coat. Then I'm going to go back and touch up the windows with some gloss black, probably. Is my backup plan on that. And then we get the fun of building a payload and then mounting it with a mirror orbiter, so mirror space station. So we're just getting started here, folks. This is just the beginning. Getting these decals on, that gets the orbiter exterior done, and then we got to work on the payload. And I'm not planning to do more space shuttles, at least not with tile decals, because you're putting tiles on almost every square inch of the surface of this model, and it's such a pain because, you know, stuff doesn't fit, it's not quite right, you get fussy. So I got some smaller ones I want to do because I want to get those in the book, the update. I may just do reviews, but I might build them and then maybe sell them later, just to get them built. But no tile decals. No, thank you, sir. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few days with probably the completed decal work and maybe get started on the payload. So thanks for watching. Have fun modeling. Stay safe out there.